Here we have an example of exactly how to win a game of squad. In this game, we focused on placing down plenty of fobs for spawns, we focused on momentum, and we focused on leapfrogging. This all accumulated into a game that barely lasted 30 minutes. One of the fastest games I've ever seen. Sort into who I want into this Humvee. I want Bravo in the Humvee, and I want Charlie in the vehicle with me. At the start of my games, I like to have people in two different groups. Obviously in a fire team, Bravo and Charlie. I like to have a Logi, and I like to have a Humvee. I like to keep myself and my team mobile, as leapfrogging and having momentum is possibly the most important aspect of the game outside of fob building.
You see Bravo in the Humvee?
Bravo in Humvee. As an SL, I like to set up my expectations at the start of the game. I found this by watching a particular person on YouTube called Pony. He has a Steam guide too, which perfectly outlines a speech in which you can give to your team to show them how you want them to play. Here's a brief example of a kind of poor speech that I made. Is try not to say me, and when using callouts, try and say any tank 100 meters off of Leland to the west, something like that, I guess, or like enemy on Katan's dead body, which is 100 meters off the flag, north. Keeps communication a lot easier and a lot more clear and fluid and concise. Third point is I love a very aggressive playstyle. I don't really want to hear you guys saying I'm pinned down. Either die trying to be unpinned or find a way to be unpinned. Keep yourselves nice and mobile, keep yourselves nice and aggressive.
Copy, copy.
Usually if you've got a team that actually means business, they will start replying like this. They have expectations now of what you're going to do, what kind of SL you are, and what role they'll be playing in the team. Fast mobile. You guys are playing a much more fast-paced game than Charlie. Charlie's going to be building FOBs with me and making sure everything's nice and up to scratch.
Originated from Pornhub.com/game.
He said he thinks you have a lot of hours in this game.
I do. I got enough hours across multiple accounts. And just like that, my squad already has confidence in my abilities. They see me as someone that's experienced, that understands the game, and they're more likely to actually listen to what I have to say, and then carry out those orders.
Next question.
True. What I'm trying to do here is sort out a game plan. I'm trying to place down relevant fobs early in the game to make sure that we have relevant spawns later on. Usually this is done by placing FOBs in the center point of the map. That spawn will then be useful if any flag appears around that area, and it also can be useful just generally. Unfortunately, during this game, this FOB does become irrelevant quickly. We recognize this and move to the next point. Fast and quickly, I want them all but the driver and the gunner to get out and fill up a perimeter towards the north side. Charlie with me, as soon as we get there, we're gonna unload, drop, and get a lovely FOB down. Here I am trying to essentially predict enemy aggression in the center point of the map. The center point of the map is usually the most highly contested in the early game, and being able to establish dominance there is essential in the early parts of the game. On maps like Tilly Outskirts, it's massively more important than other maps, but it's generally a good practice to try and get down FOBs there.
There's a guy northeast, thinking out east. We can build here or not?
We're going to build thing, yeah. Despite having a lot of hours in the game, I'm not particularly adept in fob placement and where's the best areas to place them. I generally just place them inside a building that's highly concealable. I generally find that fobs that are more concealable last longer than those that are quote-unquote better placed. I learnt this style of fob placement from a guy called Captain. He has a great YouTube channel and he's a much better squad leader than I am.
Enemy hub on radio station.
Yep.
It's on the open.
Did someone get 100 supply at the truck? I need to drop down the
Let's blow his bodies.
Alright. Bravo, head straight to Farmstead, if we can. It's here I begin to realise that my FOB placement here is pretty poor. I've already made the mistake of not having my build supplies in increments of 600, so I tried to rectify this mistake by sending Bravo's squad to the relevant flag immediately. Alright, everyone in the truck, gets Logi, let's go.
I'm running.
Now, a big mistake I see that a lot of newer SLs and newer squads make is that they will make this FOB and they'll maintain this point. From a decent amount of experience in this game, I know that the next point will not be in the center point of the map. And one of the main jobs of the SL is to make sure their squad is fighting on relevant objectives and not in the middle of nowhere. Alright. What's gonna happen once we get to farmstead? I'm gonna place down FOB. I'm gonna solo go back to main to do a logi run to pick up some extra supplies and dot down an extra fobs. I want the entire squad just holding and defending farmstead. This is where that mistake with the build comes to bite me in the arse. With the amount of build I had, I would only have been able to place down one FOB on farmstead. One FOB is the bare minimum you need to be able to hold an objective. Realistically, you'd want 2, maybe even 3 fobs surrounding it. This provides plenty of spawn points for your team. Even if one goes down, there are still plenty left. And if you have multiple fobs off the objective, when they go down, they can act as canaries, so you know exactly where the enemy is pushing from.
Is it fine if we make 1 on 4?
Try and make it a bit further south. I'll place the radio further south and have the FOB closer to the point. I want to drop down another FOB north of it. Here my team actually does an absolutely fantastic job of placing down FOBs on farmstead. They placed down the 3 before I could even get there. This rarely happens, and so if you truly want to influence games, you have to do the grunt work. This is why I was willing to do a logi run and go all the way back, while my team had fun on the point. There's a lot of FOBs around farmstead. Beautiful, actually. That's really good.
I don't think it's going to get here without a different squad noticing.
Let's have a look. We'll actually hold away. We'll actually hold and wait. So we can wait for it to place on an attack fob. This was amazing. I rarely see this in public games, where your team are able to coordinate and place down 3 simultaneous fobs on the 3rd point of the map. I was honestly at a loss what to do. My original plan was already completed by a different squad, and so I was a little bit lost. But thankfully Squad is a slower paced game. You do have time to stop for a moment and think about your next move and what to do. So that's exactly what I did. I stopped. I waited for my team to continue what they were doing, capturing the flag, and I waited for my next opportunity to pounce. Come with me, by the way, Bravo Scott. We're gonna try and push around to the west, the east, sorry. This is where I think the speech at the start of the game was very important. I get clear, concise communication from my squad members. I believe this is due to the fact that I set a precedent of professionalism in the squad. Anyway, going off topic here. I found the next point of attack, which was tunnel, and your first instinct when an attack objective is up, if you're not already defending the current defense objective, is to place down a fob on the attack objective. Spawns help you take flags, and flags are what lets you win games. Let's be careful here. There's an enemy vehicle to the left of us, which I go around. When placing fobs down like this, you need to be aware of the map. It can be quite costly to lose an entire logi filled with an entire squad, so you need to make sure that there are no enemy vehicles around. Here I make note on the map where last enemy vehicles were seen, and I'm taking a route to avoid them. The reason why I chose this location for a fob was because it was quite concealed behind the hills. Yes, a UAV would be able to easily spot it and airstrike it, however I was not planning for this to be the only FOB on the attack objective. Setting up multiple spawn points surrounding an attack objective is important, as the defining factor in firefights are sightlines. The less sightlines you have to worry about, the more likely you are to win a fight. It's as simple as a pincer maneuver. Alright. Stay in the logi. Actually, this is fine. Let's hop out then. Once it's up, we're actually going to start pushing towards tunnel defense. Alright, yeah. Squad 5, keep on the outskirts, use your MG. Bravo Squad start actually dismounting from the vehicle, we're going to start pushing across as a team. As soon as tunnel defense is ready to go, we're going to want to get back to the vehicles ASAP. I want to leapfrog. My communication here was subpar. I was repeating myself a lot, and that is something I had to work on personally. However, they got the general gist of it, and they listened very, very well. And as such, we mounted an attack on tunnel. Alright, Let's try not to shoot unless we're shot upon. I really want to get right inside tunnel before they realise that we're pushing from the southeast. Because there was so little cover in the southeast, I wanted to make sure my squad was actually going to be able to get into tunnel defense before we were fired upon. We had a squad pushing in from the north, and as such I was using this as a distraction to get in. Rallies up. Yeah, push from direct west from where you are now, and Bravo squad. Vehicle hold back, just provide overwatch. Let's move in.
Another one.
Alright, open fire. We're now essentially inside tunnel defense, and as such, I allowed my squad to open fire. Looking back on this, I probably should have waited a little bit longer.
1-6, we have an enemy south of you. They're dropping off something here.
Alright.
I'm not gonna do that. I wanna focus on the armor because I'm the only armor squad.
In the bunker.
Yeah, I need to finish my
Bunker marked, observe.
explosive before getting the armor. I'm gonna get killed, man. It's a bit useless.
We're capping. 3 chevrons, we're capping. Bravo squad, mount back up in the vehicle, and get ready to move towards, my move to mark. Keep the hold then.
We can.
What I was trying to do here was essentially perform a leapfrog maneuver. I knew where the next flag was going to be, and as such, I wanted my squad to surprise them on that flag. We'd managed to get onto the point, and we had more squads pushing in too. It was only a matter of time before this flag fell, and I wanted to capitalize on that. Yeah, enemy inside the tunnel.
Up on the point. I think it's tracked. It's tracked, but it's heavily hidden.
And just like that, we found the enemy FOB and radio. I wanted to stop the enemy from spawning, and as such, I made the FOB the current top priority. The blueberries just above us could deal with the other infantry. Enemy FOB's been found, marking it now. Alright, Bravo, are you guys in the thing? Bravo squad, move back to the vehicle and start heading north. Go, we need this quickly.
It's popping signs.
Bravo squad, fall back immediately to the vehicle. Go, fall back if you're not digging down the enemy radio. Fall back, quick. Enemy radio is on bleed, Right, we need to go now. We're getting to the Humvee, we have to go. Annoyingly, my Bravo fire team didn't quite listen to me in time. However, I wanted to rectify the situation, and so I decided to take my entire squad with me up north.
Has on the enemy CTD.
I'm looking for it.
No, let's go.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Furla. Much appreciated.
Amen.
And if you can do scout of any armor, just let us know. I'm almost ready to put some Sabot into
The stragglers that are Mephello and Abdir, take the Logi, and do a quick Logi run. I'm going to take this squad here very quickly. Here I was planning on setting up an FOB ahead. I wanted to quickly get to the cap and disrupt the enemy while I was there. I also wanted to get an FOB down, but that would take time. So I had the foresight to send one of my squad mates back to main in hopes that they'll bring a Logi ready to place an FOB down. Oh shit! That gets me. Unfortunately, we were just caught out by an enemy IFV. I knew that it was going to be west of us, but I thought we'd passed it by now. I also was hugging the far eastern side of the map with hopes of not running into it.
Copy. Trees down to the south road.
Which FOB?
Northern one by Akim. As soon as that FOB is up, respawn and immediately start pushing onto Akim Central. Thankfully, my team understood the assignment. They were already placing an FOB up north. This is something that will hammer in to the end of time when it comes to SLing. Place FOBs on relevant objectives as much as you can. My team in this game did it perfectly. We always had relevant spawns to spawn on, and we always had places to push from. All thanks to placing a couple of extra FOBs down. Look. Yeah, no. Everyone but me, yeah, and I'll respawn main. And so here I asked my squad to spawn on the northern fob and start pushing. Remember that squad mate I sent back to main earlier? I do. I was going to respawn at main, hop in that Logi, and drive all the way back around to try and get another FOB down. As I said, you want at least 2 attack fobs, and we only had 1. I'm actually losing. Don't respawn Akeem, and just respawn tunnel. Go to tunnel. We'll leave it to squad 4. If you guys are down, just respawn tunnel ASAP.
We are losing radio at what is
Yeah, we see it. I'm taking my squad back to tunnel now. You should often be spending time looking at your map. If I had immediately respawned north and started pushing the attack objective, I wouldn't see that tunnel was under attack. It's quick decisions like this that change the tide of games. I was personally impressed by how fast my team started saying that in command chat. It's quite rare you see that, and so I immediately reacted. I gathered my troops, and I immediately sent them back to the defense objective. A lot of SLs make the mistake of trusting their teammates. I know that sounds wrong, but you need to act on the information you're given. If you're losing the defense objective while you're on attack, you need to move back to the defense objective. Perhaps if I and my squad didn't fall back to assist, we might have actually lost the point. Furthermore, when I was talking about having multiple FOBs on the defense objective, this is what allowed us to keep it. We lost 2 defense objectives while defending this flag. It was that extra FOB that I placed that allowed us to hold this. FOBs and spawns win games. I'm gonna respawn back at main with Fauzo. You guys just keep respawning on tunnel and just keep
There was
safe.
a FE close to...
I started the plan of setting up the attack fob on the next attack objective. I trusted my squad mates enough to be able to hold the point, and I didn't trust myself enough to make a true difference. As such, I went for the macro play. I saw that the enemy was no longer capturing the flag. I saw that we had 2 relevant FOBs defending the flag. However, I felt another attack fob would benefit the team more. The hard work. Alright. Alright, let me drive if you would. We're going down a long raid. And we were on the road again, with prospects of placing 2 perfectly placed attack fobs. We already had one to the northeast. I was planning on placing one northwest of the point and southwest of the point. I believed that the enemy team was going to turtle back and try to hold that last point to the death. Having multiple attack fobs to be able to attack it from multiple angles will give us the best chance. The fob just you can dick around now, like it's just one. It's literally a matter of time.
It's a repair station right there.
It was during driving this vehicle that I figured out that we'd actually already captured the point. The last one, I mean. Not tunnel. It was just a matter of time before the game ended. They would not be able to capture the flag back in time before they ran out of tickets. So, there you have it. That's how you win games of squad. Yes, I had a very, very good team that helped a lot. Yes, they kind of carried me a few points. However, the concepts in which I talk about are applicable to almost every single game. Whether you're winning or losing, prioritizing the objective that you need to prioritize is your top priority. I know that sounds really, really dumb, but it's true. I hope you found this video informative and enjoyable. It's my first time trying to create some sort of informative content, so if you did like it, please leave a like, and comment, and subscribe of course. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Heavy armor here.
Yeah, I tell you this, like, there wasn't even time. GG, fuck me, that was an easy game.
GG guys.
Well played, man.